This is not nice. No. He just started hitting me. What is going on? He just grabbed me out.
Nobody. Nobody.
Standing here. That's fucked up.
Hey,
That's fucked up.
hey, there ain't no need for no punches there.
Going once, if you're going in,
There ain't no reason for no punches.
That's what we see.
Yo, you know because of this. Real. You know what I mean? I would have swung back. Be my way. Done is done. I fucked up, man.
What happened?
Don't punch him! Hey, there ain't no need for no punching. There ain't no need for no punching. There ain't no reason for no punching.
He's bleeding.
There ain't no reason for no punching. Yo, young blood, they got you. They got you, young blood.
Stop resisting, sweetie, so they don't hit you.
Young blood, young blood.
Stop resisting.
It's done, man. Young blood, just put your hand behind your flat, man.
Relax, man. You gotta get over his neck in order for him to get off. Let him go.
Look at him, look at him. Look at him, look at all that blood, man.
Yeah, if he didn't resist arrest, that's the first and foremost thing. If he complied with the arrest, whether it was a cigarette, whether he took that pen, once the officer says you're under arrest, whether it was a mass murder, once he says you're under arrest, you have to comply with the arrest. If you don't do that, it's considered resisting, and then the officers have to use the force necessary to effect the arrest. And I can tell you, Don, watching the video, you can take all the guys in this room right now. If I don't want you to put handcuffs on me, you're going to have a really, really hard time.
What the attorney said is that the department doesn't distinguish between passive resistance and active resistance.
That's a very vague and ambiguous concept. If you resist, you resist. We don't sit there and go like, geez, he's resisting a little. Oh, no, he's resisting a lot. The exercise is quite simple. When the police place you under arrest, you're required to comply and not precipitate the contact with the police. That's what people are missing here. As unfortunate as this incident is with Mr. Garner, if Mr. Garner had simply complied, there wouldn't have been any form of contact, excessive or other, however the public wants to categorize it. But Don, there's a much bigger issue here, and it has to do with the way we scrutinize these cops. The public doesn't live in the street with these kids. They don't deal with the underbelly. They don't deal with the psychological aftermath of doing the dirty work.
And I don't think people will deny, I think most people understand that police work is tough work and that they face situations that you and I, well, that I can not imagine. But,
or Mr. Klein.
But everyone has scrutiny. I have scrutiny on my job. I'm sure tonight when I get off the air, I will have 3 or 4 emails from somebody, a boss, or more. I'm scrutinized on my job, and many more from viewers. And so if I'm held to account, why aren't police officers held to account?
I believe constructive criticism. I believe an attempt every day to refine yourself and and make yourself better is key. But that doesn't seem to be what the agenda is here. It appears to me that every opportunity we get to take a shot at the police, because people inherently resent authority, Don. We see it every day in the streets in this city. They fail to yield to our emergency vehicles. They fail to comply with lawful orders. They are dismissive of our police. I live in this city. I've lived here pretty much my whole life in this borough. I'm a Bed-Stuy kid, by the way.
But do you think that police hold any responsibility for that because of the way they carry themselves and because of their tactics?
Well, that's going to be, first of all, what did he die from? We still don't know.
Yeah.
You know, people are saying he was choked to death over a cigarette. Well, we don't know if he choked to death.
Well, that is the truth. Whatever happened there precipitated his death. He died either there or shortly after.
If you don't like the fact that, you know, he was being arrested because of the cigarettes, then get the legislators to change the laws, and then they wouldn't have had to arrest him in the first place. And I want to go back to something that Lou was talking about. You know, last year, I don't know the exact number, I would bet the NYPD arrested over 120, 130,000 people. In addition to that, they probably stopped 100,000. They have probably 500,000 interactions, personal interactions, with the general public in New York City annually.
Okay.
We're talking about 3 incidents.
So but even if it's 3 incidents or 1 or a half, what's wrong with scrutinizing these videos to...
I don't think there's
There's
any
nothing
harm
wrong with scrutinizing it, but don't prejudge. Don't prejudge. And let the facts come out.
What is there to prejudge, though? Let's just be honest. Hang on. What is there to prejudge about when you were a kid? Did you jump a turnstile?
No.
Did you ever jump a turnstile?
No.
All right. I don't believe you, first of all.
Well, I didn't.
That's what kids.
I didn't ride a subway.
But that's what kids do, and I'm not saying that it's right. But kids do things like that. You jump the turnstile, you're chasing your friend, you're hanging out in the city. This city is your playground.
Are you suggesting we selectively enforce the law?
No, I'm just saying
you can jump his turnstile,
but if
you can't hit the person over the head.
Turnstile, or if someone is carrying a gun on the street, or someone is being a menace or a terror,
this goes back to my point.
Then there should be a different reaction. It's not to beat a kid in the head because he jumped a turnstile.
You're not beating him in the head because he jumped a turnstile.
Because he's resisting arrest.
That's exactly correct. And when you fail to comply, we employ whatever force is necessary. And believe me, it's distasteful, Don. That's the other part of this that I think the public doesn't get.
Okay.
There's nothing positive about roughing people up or frisking them or anything.
Okay.
I don't know where they get this idea that cops, they savor or salivate at the notion of touching people. We don't.
Let's talk about how we fix it, because the attorney who was in here said that cameras on uniforms and not tasers are the answer. What's the answer? Is it training? Is it community policing? What is it?
Training, yes.
And even for citizens as well.
Training, yes. For citizens, comply with the order.
And for officers. And for officers.
And for the officers, it could be training. I would disagree on the taser, because that, I am confident, if they would have hit that guy with a taser, he would have went down, they would have handcuffed him, dusted him off, took him to get him checked.
Yo, Nyahas, did you guys hear what Don Lemon said, the attorney said? Remember last week I made that video saying, in New York we need cameras on cops' uniforms and tasers. The police need cameras and tasers. It's funny how exactly what the attorney said is they don't need cameras and tasers. Now, I don't think they watch my videos or something like that, even though I always make my videos, news videos, usually it's from CNN. But it's very interesting that he said exactly, you don't need cameras and tasers. That's what the attorney said. But anyway, now to the story. I agree with the cops more than I agree with Don Lemon on this one. You know, people say things that aren't true when it comes to these situations. Oh, he's getting beat up or something because he jumped a turnstile. It's not because he jumped a turnstile, it's because he's resisting arrest. It's not because he tried to sell cigarettes, it's because he's resisting arrest. You know, and honestly, I don't really know too much about exactly what excessive force is, but the plain and simple fact is, if you're under arrest, you get arrested. That's it. You can sit there all day and say, oh, you a bitch nigga. Yeah, I'm a bitch free nigga. That's what I am too. Because odds are, if you really didn't do anything, you'll be fine. But odds are, if they're trying to arrest you, you did something. You're just a bitch who can't handle you can't do the time for the crime you committed. Well, don't be committing crimes. Don't be hopping turnstiles. Don't be selling cigarettes if you don't want to get fucked up. I'm really not sensitive like you people are when it comes to that stuff. You know, just don't break the law if you can't handle it, man. Don't break the law if you can't fucking handle it. Now, what should cops do to people who resist arrest? Well, what the fuck is that? Baby, come on. You could have told me. Jesus.
How many minutes?
It's only just 2 minutes. Anyway, just niggas don't resist arrest. That's it. You know, this isn't slavery. And some guy was like, oh yeah, you'd be a good slave. But nigga, it ain't slavery, dude. You know what I mean? It's just people being bitches when they get caught for doing something wrong, when they get fucked up because they resist arrest, everyone gets mad. I'm not feeling it. So I don't give a fuck how many thumbs down this video gets. The plain and simple fact is, you do something, you get arrested, too bad. If you didn't do anything, you get arrested. You just have to prove it wrong in court, that's it. You want to be a tough guy, you ain't gonna arrest me, I didn't do nothing. Yeah, be a tough dead guy. Or be a tough guy who goes to prison for even longer. Just think, what is it going to get you resisting? What is it going to get you? Once they've decided you're under arrest, you can use your mouth all day. You can keep talking to them, you can keep talking. No one's telling you to shut up. But when you start resisting, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Now, I don't think you deserve to die, but you're working on it once you start resisting. Because it's not getting you anywhere logically. Period. I'm out. Now I can make your oatmeal. Jesus.